Welcome back, part 3. Um, let's get into this. So we're doing, if you haven't watched the other 2 parts, watch them, follow along, you know, that's how it is. But this part, we're going to be doing the fur. So, you know, the fun part, making it look real now. So, we need to go, we'll apply, it's quite easy now, literally just curve and fur. Look at that, perfect. There's a few things, we'll just accept that, that's fine. There's sometimes, it's a bit of a pain, sometimes, that's fine, so you can see there's just, you got the little dots of the fur. Sometimes it comes on the inside of the mesh, I'm not too sure why it does that, or how to fix it, but it looks like we're fine. Fine. Render. Oh god, it looks like a bold rat thing. Not very nice, but that's because if we up this just by a little bit, maybe to 3, it gives us a little bit of thickness, so we don't have to render as much hair because it's sort of thickened it up a little bit. Under the same breath, we're going to add, or I'm going to add, see what works best for you, but for me, 15,000. Let me just, yeah, so see what works best for you, but for me, 15,000 looks like that. Not too bad. It is a bit messy though. If you go into, we don't need to be in render mode. So just look at that, bit messy. That's not, you know, the actual marshmallow is not messy. So if we go into here, what they do, if I think, so this part here sorts out the radius. This bit here is density. This is the overall. These basically just straighten out the hair. I don't know exactly what it does, but if we change this to, if we go 0, 1, see that? Boom. It's still all like scrunched up, but it's a lot straighter, which is what we want. If we now maybe up that to 3, looks better. Let's go into random mode. Let's have a look. See, that is looking a lot better. If we now, let's change the colour to a pinky sort of colour. About that. It's not too bad. Looks alright. Maybe we will. Can we see through that? We can a little bit. Maybe we'll play around with the settings a little bit. Maybe that was there. Oh. Maybe this one as well we'll change to. Ooh, look at that. Now it's made it straight. Do you like that? I think we do. I think that looks alright. Trying to think, maybe, see, this is why you want the, if we changed the actual cylinder underneath to green, see that, you can see the patches that show through, but because that's not there, it suddenly makes it look a lot more dense, which is what we want. You know what, that might actually just be fine as it is. Maybe we can try and get away with bringing the radius up a little bit. You know what? Not too bad, I like that. That's good. So that's the fur, but there's a problem that you've probably noticed. We don't have the mouth or the nose. There's a problem that you might have noticed. We don't have the eyes or the mouth. Or this, it's almost too perfect. We want this little ring on top. So how do we do that? First of all, it's going to be really slow, this process, if we don't change the amount of hairs that are being shown in the viewport. So if we change that to 0, bam, it's disappeared. I just check that off, just, you know, I don't know if it changes anything, but in my head it does. So what we want to do is we want to do a weight paint. To do that, we click on the object, go into weight paint mode, and you see it's all blue. We want to basically change that all to red. I don't know a quick way of doing that, so I'll just get away at drawing. So you see there's like a little bit of delay, a little bit of lag. That's because of the hair. We've removed it, but it's still, you know, I guess it's still struggling with it a little bit. But if we just paint all of this red, there we go, get in there. What we want to do So where is red is where our hair will. This basically dictates where we want the hair to be placed. So if we got, if this is all blue and we apply that weight paint to the fur, it's not going to show any fur. But if now we've got red, it's going to place it everywhere. But if you're thinking big brain, it's going to show everywhere except if now you hold control while you're using the mouse, it should. There we go. See that's another issue we come across. So if we go into object mode, because it works on faces, like another part earlier, I can't remember which part it was. It works on faces, so this isn't going to work. We're going to need to subdivide this. So actually, if we apply this subdivision here that we already have, it's done it for us. That's perfect. What we might need to do still though is if we just add just a few loop cuts around the eyes where we're going to be working with, and maybe around the mouth as well. This just gives us even more area that we can manipulate with the weight paint in. So we come out of edit mode, weight paint. So let's try again. Control left click. There we go. We've got a way finer little selection here. So if we're going along around these eyes, that's good. Around here, there we go. That's good. The mouth doesn't need to be super precise yet because we'll get there in a minute. But yeah, basically the more subdivisions you do, the more sort of freedom you get with where you're weight painting, because like I said, it changes each vertex, each face or whatever. But that looks alright at the moment. So if we go object mode, if we come back onto the curves, let's show it, that's the fur. Come back into the fur, change that to a 1. It's not done anything. That's because we need to change the density mask here. That's one thing I forgot to do. If we go onto the Marshmallow group, if we just remember group, go onto fur, come down here, the name of our density mask is group. There we go, bam, and look at that, perfect. So it's now showing hair fur everywhere apart from where it's selected. We've obviously not done a perfect job because some of it's still being selected here. We can clean that up. Although saying that, we do actually, if you look at this here, if you look at this here, it does actually overlap the eyes a little bit and the mouth especially. So same with this one. So if we come out of that, so we do want a little bit of it, especially from a distance. It looks, it looks like it should do, but we're going to clean it up a little bit still. So let's go back to, it's a little bit fiddly, come back to here, 0, bam, select the cylinder, weight, paint. Actually, if we, there you go, we can sort of clean that up a little bit with, if you press /, you can isolate the object that you're working with. So if we do that, actually what I'm going to do, which is a bit more, might give us a bit more flexibility, is if undo that. If you add a modifier here to the Marshmallow edit, I believe it's weight, vertex weight edit, I believe. So when you go into the weight paint mode, and then we increase this, make sure we got our group. It's not doing anything. That's why. We want to add these, and that's what we want to do. There we go. So that you see, you can manipulate this from this menu. That's not anything. But so if you turn that up, you can see it sharpens the edge. So we can use that to our advantage. If we come in here and we, bring this in a little bit. Let's isolate this actually. And we sort of isolate this a little bit. Like so. Let's bring that back out. That eye messed up a little bit. Let's fix that. just like so, and then bring this in a little bit. Now we can be way more harsh with the lines that we're doing by, if we now turn this up, oh, way too much. See, that is way more harsh. So now hopefully that looks a little bit better. Maybe I'm talking rubbish. There we go. Look, it looks a little bit better. It's a bit cleaner, but it's still a little bit too sharp. So we are gonna, oh, let's just turn that to 0. We are gonna still fix this. It's a little bit fiddly, this, but you know, got to work around it. So I'm gonna bring that down because that is still way too harsh. I think that'll be fine. I'm gonna sort of tidy this up a little bit, bring that in, just like so. But we do still want the, we don't want it completely overlapping here. So we want to bring the red in as much as possible, the blue out as much as possible at the same time. Which can be a little bit fiddly, but when you get there, it is worth the effort putting in. There we go. And this mouth definitely needs cleaning up, so let's bring this in a little bit. Yeah, see, this is way too far out here. It can come in way closer. There we go. I might skip this bit just because it's a bit tedious, and I'll come back when you just sort of have to follow this process and keep going back and forth until it works for you. So yeah, I'm going to skip this process and hopefully it looks better when I come back. Right, so I'm back. You see, it's still like a little line around there, but if you're looking from a distance, you know, it works. You can spend a lot more time on it if you want to get it perfect. What I did do is I did add an extra 2. If I get rid of this, I did actually, you can see here, I did actually add an extra 2 loop cuts because the mouth just wasn't working properly, so that fixed it. Yeah, we got the fur, that's perfect now. So now I think, okay, yeah, we'll work on we'll do the exact same, it's pretty much the exact same process for the feet as well. Let's just add, so okay, so let's go add fur. Now obviously that's ridiculous, we don't need that much fur. So we're going to go back, we're going to add fur, we're going to go low, and that is already a lot better than it was before, but we just want to adjust a few things. So first of all, the density, we can probably cut that down to 70. Yes. We can maybe bring it up to, or bring it down, sorry, maybe 0.01. Oh, what was on before? It was on 0.01. 0.01. Maybe 0.01. I don't know if that's changed. That changed anything. Didn't really change anything. So yeah, I've basically just played around a little bit. It's not perfect. You know, this outside bit's a little bit odd, but when we're putting it on, we're going to put on a shelf. So you could weight paint these bits out, but when we're putting on the shelf, it's going to be on a white shelf anyway. So you're not really going to notice that. But it does all sort of, you know, give a little bit of something here. Maybe I will just bump it up a little bit to maybe just a little bit. You know, just need to still see it, and then it's just the little bits of detail. So we'll do the exact same one here. I'll do that now because I don't want to, you know, waste time. Right, so I've applied that to the other foot. Like I say, I think geometry nose would probably be better in a situation where they're on their side more than just poking out. But you know, and you could also groom this a bit more. But I think for this, that's fine. That will be fine. Let's make sure it's all. See, now it's going to take a while with all the fur going. Right, okay. So it's all paired up now. What we want to do now. Let's. Nope, we didn't want to do that. Let's redo. What we want to do now is, there we go. We're going to make the white one. So, if we select all, and then maybe come up here and deselect with control click. Bring that up. And we just want to duplicate that. We're being lazy. We could make a whole new one, but you know, slight waste of time, I think. There we go. Is that okay? I think that looks right. I am going to do a few small changes just so it is a bit different. Just maybe rotate this, maybe bring it down a little bit, do a bit more less rotation. Maybe bring. Oh no, that's rotating the wrong thing. There we go. We want to select the leg. There we go. Maybe bring that down, rotate, make it a bit off thing. The annoying part with this, I believe, if we rotate it. I mean, I am still going to rotate it because just so it's not like it's imperfections type thing, just a bit off, and hopefully that gives some illusion that, because you know, your eye might pick up that it is the same mesh, but hopefully it doesn't, because we're also going to do this, which should hopefully change that as well. Go on to the, so choose this fur here, change it to white. Oh, poo. That's not what we want to do. So because we've got the fur material here, we want to go new material. So if I change, okay, yeah, we can do that. Bring that to white. There we go. What we're going to do, we change that to pink fur, and then this one to white fur. There we go. So now we basically, as far as I'm concerned, we're done. That is really distracting though. Maybe this is a bit that's why, because that hasn't rotated across. That's a pain. Oh, that is a proper pain. That will have to make sure you're rotating with the fur attached. But yeah, there we go. As far as I'm concerned, that's pretty much done. However, there is more to be done, because if we look back on here, you can't see it in there, you can't see it in there, so I'm going to introduce a third reference image. I'll just bring it up because there's not really anywhere for it to go. If I find it quickly, we have this here. If you look on here, a tiny little ribbon. So we're going to try and make that. We're not going to go super in depth with this one. Just a little something. Let's go into solid mode. Bring it a little bit far forward. Scale in the y-axis. Scale down. You know, that's ribbon sized enough. We're going to the top view. Bring it across. Oh, we want to be out of that mode. Maybe bring it up a little bit. Top mode again. Bring it back. You know what? Not too bad. Actually, I'll show you how to add a reference. If you want to add a reference into here, drag that out there, image editor, and if you literally just drag across, it's there for us. So we can do that. Dog's barking. Dog's finished barking. We're going to isolate that. And I didn't actually do it this way before, but I think this is going to be fine. Let me just allow it as it is. I'm just going to select one side and rotate it like that, and then maybe rotate that way, just so it's like that. And then we're going to add a modifier, generate solidify, and look at that, maybe a little bit more thickness. do a 0.2. See how that looks. Oh, there we go. I didn't do it that way last time, but that is way easier than how I did do it. Maybe we will just isolate that again and just bring this up. Yeah, we'll bring it up. No, what I'm going to do, this is another cool thing. If we just add a load of loop cuts along here, and then we do proportional editing. If we select this side, what we'll do is, if we go drag it up, it edits what's in this ring. Like just a little bit higher, and then maybe rotate like that. There we go, gives a bit of shape. And look at that. Maybe bring it. I'd say that's a success. But what we want to do is we want to give it a texture as well. So let me choose texture. This is all stuff again you can find on various websites. Quite a few websites do them. I'm going to choose silk. I reckon that will look good. But if I want to change the colour to a pinky colour, so I found a sort of texture I like. It's not perfect again, but you know, from a distance, that's pretty good. They look paired up. I think if I get rid of this one a sec, hide that. If I go into front view, come around the back, maybe they could be a little bit closer together. So if I just bring them in slightly, even just like that, I think that's a little bit. Maybe bring that across as well. Maybe I'll rotate that slightly. There we go. So this bloody dog, he won't stop barking. So yeah, I think I was going to do 3 parts, but I think I might just do 4, and then the next part will be me creating a scene. Nothing crazy, like I said. If I get this up again, I'll literally just do this scene here. Little shelf, little things, put up, light in, looks good. So yeah, if you like this this part, I'm going to save. If you like this part, like, do all that stuff. Appreciate you watching. I'll see you in the next part. Again, I'll see you in 15. I think I'm going to do it tomorrow, so I might be in a different set of clothes, but I'll see you in 15 seconds.